Hey Nicole, I've just read through your tiny story and it's written like some parts of it are written really well. Like the timeline is really good. Like I'm with you the whole way, and I feel like you were able to push a few of my emotional buttons, but I just feel like it didn't resonate strong enough, so it didn't go deep enough into one of these emotional points. The other thing is that this blue section that I've highlighted here, this is where I feel like it's the real. This is like the most powerful moment in the story. This when you're unemployed, homeless, broken, pregnant. That line right there, that's the most powerful line. Like when you said homeless, I wanted to know like homeless. How? What's happening there? So, is there a moment that you can dive deeper into that really um, just expands on this one line? Do you know what I mean? Do you remember one moment? You said homeless. I don't know. Were you like sitting in the car? Did you have to like go to friends and family and ask if you could stay there? What was that like? What's that one moment that people can actually resonate with, so they can feel how you felt in that moment. They can be there with you um, as you're explaining what's happening. That's what I feel is going to be super, um, super. What's the word? That's just what I think is going to resonate with your audience better. Make a really deep connection with them, which is what you need for them to like keep to push them all the way through the webinar and make sure that they're still replying you to your messages, your follow-up and stuff. You got to have like a really deep connection. So that's how I feel like you're going to make that connection. um Also, for me, all of this was just setting the scene. And because we're working with cold traffic, they really need to get to some drama quick. If you know what I mean. So I'd want to just really shorten this, like get the key points in there, like how you're about to bring a baby into the world. You guys moved to Papua New Guinea, and then you realized it's not even cheap to live here. Like we have to do something. We have to get out of here or whatever. But just make it a lot shorter so that the reader can get to this powerful moment. Because um, reading through this, it does feel like it's building slowly, but it doesn't feel like there's any like suspense, if you know what I mean. So we want to be able to just quickly build suspense and then be like, this is where I ended up. Um, and then you give them a moment. And then maybe at the end of the moment, you're like, I sat there and I cried. I thought to myself, how did I get here? Do you know what I mean? So like you build up suspense, you give them a real powerful moment, and then you like have like a real down low emotional point. Now your audience is really creating a deep connection with you, and you need that so that they're not when you go to follow up, they're not just going to leave you hanging. Um, okay, then you've got this is pretty good. All this stuff about talking about where is it? Um, there we go. So this is your like transit. Is it? Hold on a second. Here it is. From here to here. So this is your transition. I might shorten this a little bit too, because it's the same thing as with setting the scene. For this, you're just really you want to introduce the business and get get them a little bit excited about it before you slide into your call to action. Also, you might have build up to like a really happy ending. Like now everything is amazing. Life is completely transformed. So that's awesome. I would actually, instead of just um, I might actually say something about how it's transformed. Like we have, like what are the benefits that you've got out of starting this business. So now we have like a house, 2 cars, or whatever it may be. Do you know what I mean? So what are the benefits? Because people reading the story, they got to know what they're going to get out of actually starting up with this business as well. Your call to action, I really like it, because what you've done here is you've linked this back up to the top of the story. So you said more, stop living week to week, and giving your family better quality of life. So anytime that you can loop back up to the beginning of the story, that helps the message sink in further. So I would also do that in this transition part, the solution. I would drop in one of these as well. Hope that makes sense. Then there was one more thing I wanted to say. Yeah, right here. So it says, I'll direct you to a similar, to a training similar to the one that changed my life and my family's life forever. That's cool, because I see what you're doing. You're linking it back up again. But the thing is, at this point, you want to be in control. Like, you want to be the professional. So you're going to say, instead of say, I'll direct you, because now it kind of sounds like you're just a middleman, but you want to be that authority. So you're going to say, I'm going to teach you, or I'm going to show you. Cool. So I hope that gives you, that does give you a lot to work with. But in saying that, I know that you've already launched this ad. So if it is pulling the way it is, then don't tweak a thing. Okay. If it's not, and you need to do tweaks, then this is my advice. Okay. Catch you later.